Yo, how are we doing, everybody? So today I'm doing a guide on the boss fight versus Birdo. So starting off, we are going to be fighting Shelly. Shelly is the egg that Birdo is hiding inside of and telling us not to rush her. So essentially you just need a few hits and you will break open the shell. Really not that big a deal. You can use any party formation, any attacks, doesn't really matter because the boss is not going to attack you in this phase because yeah, the fight doesn't actually start until the egg is open, which is definitely a unique way of starting a boss fight. So now that we're in the fight proper, Birdo does have a decent amount of HP. Doesn't necessarily take damage for free depending on who you're attacking with. You're definitely going to see some pretty big disparity in the damage output numbers. Like Bowser, I have pretty decent attack on him. He's really not that far behind like Mario and Gino, but they do definitely kind of go ahead on him. So starting off here, I'm switching into Gino, using the special attack, trying to see how much damage we can do. And yeah, it is decent. Definitely, it is pretty in line with my physical attack though. And then yeah, that right there. So like Birdo's attacks, Birdo essentially has two different attacks. Birdo will use a single egg, like just shoot that out and it'll do pretty decent damage. Alternatively, Birdo will shoot out 3 eggs at a time, all hitting into the same character. And it can be really hard to tell the difference between these two animations. With that being the case, it makes timing the action command pretty difficult, because if you go to block the 1 egg, but it's actually the 3 egg animation, like yeah, that's not quite gonna work out. But as you can see here, I deal a lot of damage, so we are able to go through the fight very, very quickly. In fact, we went through the fight a little too quickly, so I'm going to show a couple more things here. Here, this time I'm starting with Mario, Peach, and Mallow, just because they do less damage, so I can go through the fight a little bit slower. Because, yeah, there is something that I did want to point out. And again, yeah, you can see that it doesn't really matter the actual damage values. Like, you do just have to hit the egg a certain number of times to get that thing open. So, yeah, you have Birdo again. Oh, yeah, so the main thing is that I'm trying to talk about the eggs, right? So the action command timings are different depending on the two different animations. I found personally, like when she's going for the 3 eggs, it looks a little bit different. I think she shoots that out a bit faster. You can see like her cheeks puff out like almost instantaneously. It's so hard to notice. It really is. Mind you, if you're just like defending properly, like if you just use the regular defend command, that can definitely help. But yeah, this right here, right? If you block, like just legit block the single egg attack, it actually pops out, like it'll fall back, and it is another enemy. My goodness, oh my goodness, Birdo actually does, yeah. Depending on your level, depending on the gear you're wearing, Birdo does some real damage. Like, Malo just fell over so fast. But yeah, these little egg burts or whatever they are, like yeah, they're not a big deal. They have very little HP. They have like no defense, and yeah, when you destroy them, they blow up and they actually deal damage to Birdo, which I think is super duper cool. So yeah, essentially those are the two different types of attacks. Is the one where if you defend properly, you can then use that egg to create another attack. And then the other one where, yeah, when she shoots the 3 eggs, it doesn't matter if you get the perfect timing, that doesn't get you the egg burst. So it's only the first attack, not the second one. And again, mind you, just defending is perfectly valid to be able to get through either one. because normally you do have to get the timing on the single egg shot, but if you use the defend command, that also works. So even if your timing's like pretty bad, you'll still get the egg burst to pop out, which I think is pretty cool. Mind you, you can also use oh, here we go. We got all 4 of the egg bursts out. So the thing is here, right? If you use like a AE attack, you can knock out all of the egg bursts at the same time. And yeah, they will all blow up and crash into Birdo, which I think is like one of the coolest ways to defeat the boss. Right here, Birdo did end up running out of HP before the 4th one went off. But yeah, just showing that possibility. You can do this fight very passively and still get through quite fine. So this last part here, this is not for the Birdo fight specifically, but is for a rare item. I figured, you know, people in the area would probably be interested in this. So essentially what you need to do is when you're at this part, when you first enter the castle, you're doing that as a gold statue, and you have to prove that you are a gold statue by standing here next to the other statues. And Dodo is going to come by, and he's going to check all of them. You need to actually jump right as he's about to hit into you. And yeah, he's going to double take, which like might make you think that you did it wrong, but no, you did it perfectly correct. As long as you're not jumping too early so that he's looking at you while you're doing it, and he's not and he doesn't hit you. As long as you're doing that, you're fine. Like, yeah, he does a lot of double takes, but as long as he doesn't hit you and he's not just seeing you jumping while, you know, he's messing with the other statues, you're perfectly good. You're fine. And then, yeah, like this last part right there, because yeah, the other ones, it's easier to go based on the timing, like listening to it. But that last one, you really want to just go on the visual there. As soon as you see his head cock back, yeah, you want to jump immediately. And yeah, if you do that, perfectly fine, like you don't get caught, you get this feather here. This is the rare item I was alluding to. Right here, I was trying to go into the menu so I could show you what the feather does. But unfortunately, I can't, the game won't let me go into the pause menu. You do have to actually do this cutscene first, which, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and skip past that because we don't really care what they have to say. And then, yeah, so going into equipment, it is an accessory. Right here, I was having a little bit of a confusion trying to figure out what I was doing here because I was like, man, I have a lot more than I realized. But yeah, the feather increases speed by 20. This is a pretty big increase compared to, like, say, the zoom shoes, because the zoom shoes, those only increase speed by 10, which is great on a character like Bowser, who is naturally slow, so it can help bring him more in line with the other characters. But yeah, that's going to be my guide. Hopefully y'all found it useful. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.